Today I'm pitting the new Rarity Collection 5 against a collector box of Strixhaven. What's up, guys? We are back with another Rarity Collection 5 opening that I'm sure you're excited to see, and we're going to be opening not one but 4 booster boxes in this video because that's how many boxes I needed to equal the current price of a Strixhaven collector box. Now, if you are a Magic the Gathering fan, you know about these collector boxes, but a lot of you guys are just Yu-Gi-Oh people, so I will kind of explain these. They're basically like a supercharged product where you pay way more money, but it has chances at like the cereals and stuff like that. So in Yu-Gi-Oh, they just put them in the right, or at least they put them in the regular boxes in Japan. In Magic, you have to like pay up to have a chance at the collector rares and these crazy like borderless cards and stuff like that. So I'm going to be doing a versus battle. It's mostly going to be Rarity 5 being open because it's 96 packs here and only 12 packs here. So we'll be sprinkling this in as we go. We're going to see which one pulls more value. Now, the good thing about like paying up to get these is you pull way more like value cards, but it costs $400 and something to actually buy one of these, which is insane. So first of all, shout out to Frontline Games because they hooked me up with the Rarity 5. And while I was there, the owner was like, hey, you want to open a Secrets of Strixhaven? I was like, let's go for it, man. Hold up, you're watching a Rarity 5 video and you don't have any Rarity 5 to open? Well, I have good news for you. This Friday on Whatnot at 4 p.m. Central, I'm going to be giving away a booster box of Rarity Collection 5 every 10 minutes during the stream. So if you want your chance at a full art Yu-Gi-Oh card in English, you can win an entire booster box by just being on my stream on Friday. So make sure you click my link in the description, get $15 free credit when you sign up with Whatnot, and then all you have to do is show up to the stream and win giveaways. I'll be opening packs during the stream, trying to pull the Starlight overframes and giving away a ton of boxes to you guys. Click that link, get $15 free credit, get yourself a $20 bundle, and I should announce, now starts Rarity 5 for new users. So on your first purchase on Whatnot with me, you're getting a Rarity 5 pack for free. So that's new users on Whatnot. Check out the $20 bundles, use your $15 free credit, get $5 plus shipping for 7 packs, and you're gonna get a bonus 8 pack of Rarity 5. That's insane. Don't miss that opportunity. So I'll see you guys this Friday at 4 p.m. Central. So we are gonna be opening some MTG Magic the Gathering today and talking a little bit about Rarity Collection as well. There's even more info I have learned about Rarity 5 that's in a way really exciting, in a way like super scary, and that is the Starlight ratios. I think we've pretty much confirmed from what I've heard are officially and by Starlights I mean the Starlight overframes, very different from regular Starlights because I think I pulled 14 Starlights in 2 boxes in yesterday's opening, so you can go check that out. And that's a mix of, it was 7 from the not nostalgia, what's it called, the new set, like the whatever the side set's called, the special set I think is what it's called, and 7 from the main set. I got all those Starlights, which is a really good news for this weekend stream. I'm planning for Saturday. We're going to try to, big note, not complete the set on Saturday. We're not going to try to complete the full set. And that's because I figured out the ratios for the Starlight overframes. And trying to complete those would be absolutely insane. I mean, I might, over the course of the next year, open more boxes, you know, see where we can get. But honestly, with these ratios that I've heard, it is just absolutely not worth. I mean, I'm already spending too much money on these, but it is going to be really rough trying to even complete some of the set. It's going to be brutal. So I'm going to get into that in a second. All right, I'm going to break the seal on this Strixhaven box, collector box, only 12 packs. It's very dense because I think there's 15-ish cards in each pack or something like that. The only time I've ever opened a collector box, I believe, is Lord of the Rings, when the One Ring was a 1-of-1 card in the collector box. And it cost me, it's about $400 something for that one. I think that's similar to what this one's worth right now. That was a very fun opening because I'm a Lord of the Rings fan. Now, this is not a Universes Beyond, which I think is preferable for Magic fans. They really are. From what I've heard, a lot of people don't really like the Universes Beyond, but a lot of people do like it, you know, like the more casual players and maybe some others, but I'm not 100%, you know, I'm not 100% locked in with Magic. You guys know we had the old Magic the Gathering thing that happened. So, but I do like to open a little bit every once in a while. So let's get right into it. Let's talk about these Starlight overframes, which are crazy. From what I am hearing based on other openings, they are 1 per 2 cases. So we're talking OG Starlight ratios, which is really crazy because the real reason is they're OG Starlight ratios, but the key important thing to remember with OG Starlights is there were only 4 in the first few sets, and then they added a 5th one and made it 5%. So it was 1 per 8 cases on the originals to get a specific Starlight, because if you get one every 2 cases, that's great. There's our first Starlight of the day. And this is a regular Starlight, not an overframe. So these are much, much easier to pull. Looks like you're going to get 7 per box. It was kind of a weird ratio. It was like 3.5 of each one. So I don't know exactly how that works. Maybe it's 6. Maybe we got lucky. I'll try to look at ratios after we're done with this to confirm. The regular Starlights are easy to pull. The 1 per 2 cases is going to get you an overframe Starlight. The regular overframes are about 3 or 4 per case. So you're getting significantly more of the ultra overframes than you are the Starlight rare. Now the Starlight rare, that is a beautiful magic cylinder with and as you can see, these Starlights are not hard to pull. So I'll get into my issues with the high ratios, because I mean, high ratio, rare, awesome. In theory, I should love it as a collector, and I like rare stuff and stuff like that. I have a couple issues, and I do like some things about it as well. I was talking with Ryan about this actually. So he was arguing with me. He likes to argue with me and just yell at me and be like, "What's wrong with you?" So that was happening before this. Age of Gear Fusion. Yeah. So if it's 1 per 2 cases for any Starlight, there's 10 Starlight overframe. There are 10 Starlight overframes, or 10 overframes. So you take that 1 per 2 cases, you times it by 10, because there's 10 different ones. That's 1 per 20 cases. And we're not talking about, serials or anything. We're talking about regular overframe Starlight rares. 1 per 20 cases. Absolutely insanely rare. No one is opening 20 cases. Like, not even a person like me is opening 20 cases. That's only big stores. Like my local store opens a couple of cases. Like, they do not open this many cases. So a 20 case store is a big time online seller that is selling a lot. And we're talking about very few people that are doing that. So to actually complete the full set, you would need to be somebody like that. And because I am not rich, I will probably not be going that hard on this set. Now, I am still going to be doing a live stream, and we're still going to be opening, I think, to complete the entire set, including the overframes and ultra rare. We're just going to see how many of the secrets we can get and just open for that. And then from there on, we can open some boxes here and there and see if we can, maybe I could even buy a couple of cards to complete the set. I normally don't buy the cards, but when it comes to this kind of ratio we're talking about, this is not a pullable ratio. This is a ratio that you don't open until you get the boxes. I mean, I could buy 20 cases, but as we've seen with Stampede, even if you have the ratio, I'm over triple ratio on Stampede. Can you imagine triple of 1 in 20 cases? That's 1 in 60 cases. And then you add in, they're going for over $1,000 each. I won't be spending $60,000 on this set. I'm just going to let you guys know that now. So we might get really lucky and maybe we're able to do it, but I'm not going to fully commit to completing the set during that stream. But I will commit to completing all the ultra overframes, because they're, if there's 3 or 4 in a case and there's 10 of them, it should take 3 to 4 cases. Then we'll probably go over ratio and it'll take 7 or whatever. And it'll take a lot and it'll be a long, fun stream. But it is at least doable. Oh, our first Dark Magician Girl. That's fun. Okay. Dark Magician Girl said, okay. All right, not bad. So that's the plan for this weekend stream. I think it's going to be on Saturday. Whatnot, I think it's going to probably be the day before on Friday, but it could be Thursday. There will be a date on the day of seeing this. It'll either be today and I'll pop it up on the screen, or I'll have it in the pinned comment. That'll be the one we can update the latest. So just keep it on the pinned comment in the description. I will let you guys know if it's tonight or not, where you can get your hand on some overframes. Yeah, so that's kind of the update for this week. And what do I like and dislike about that? I like that we got something rare again. I mean, that is cool. We thought we were getting serials, or we know we're getting serials at some point. We're not getting them in this set, but even without the serials, like, that's basically, I mean, it's not a serial ratio, but it feels pretty much like it. Like, if you get a 1 in 20 pull, which in theory, it's not a 1 in 20 pull, because it's like, if you pull any of them, it's technically a 1 in 2 pull, 1 in 2 cases. But if you are like looking for the Dragoon or the Mirror Jade specifically, and then you pull one, that's a 1 in 20, because you specifically wanted that one. Or if you wanted 2, then it'd be 1 in 10 or whatever. So that's just the math. So actually getting that's kind of the weird part about having so many of them. I like having a lot of overframes though. So it's kind of a weird thing. I think it's fine, honestly, the way they've done it. The only problem I have with it is it's still Starlight rares. Oh, there's a couple of problems actually, but the big one is they're Starlight overframes, which I think do look really good. And I'm glad that they kept the Starlight foiling for that. I think it fits the overframes really well. Like it in the prismatic secret rares just fit so well on the overframes and the OCG. The Starlights do the same thing. They look really, really good. But then you have the other Starlights in the set that are really easy to pull. It's so weird. It's like you get 7 Starlights in a box, but then you can get a Starlight that's really rare. It's sort of a weird mix where it's not like if I see this foil pattern, I know I just pulled something super rare, because you're going to see this foil pattern a lot. Like this Call by the Grave, like we just pulled one, just chatting about it. Like, and it's a great looking card. It's cool, but it's not really that rare. You know, like you're going to see a lot of them, but then you might get the overframe Starlight, which I guess when you see the overframe, you know, you got something rare, but the overframes are also 3 or 4 per case. So it kind of mixes in two lower rarities to make, when you have that combo, you have the higher rarity, which I don't know if it's a huge problem, but it is a little weird. It's just a little weird. Now, when you have the Grandmaster, it's a different rarity, you know? So you see that rarity, you see the number, you're like, oh my gosh, like that's kind of what happened to me. I saw it and I was like, well, actually the rarity didn't give it away. So maybe that's not a good point, because I didn't notice till I saw the number. But once you look at it closely, you're like, oh, that's, you know, that's a different rarity, because they are sort of similar, but I do really like them. The other problem I have with these super rare cards is if they could guarantee me that these overframes and Starlight Rare are never going to be easier to pull than 1 in 20 cases, or you're not going to get one in less than 1 per 2 cases, then I'd be like, speaking of overframes, I'll get back to that thought in a second. Odd Eyes, a Cray Dragon. This thing's cray. It's cray. It's cray. We're going back to 2012. I don't want to rant, but I don't want to rant. I'm trying not to rant about everything, because there's some good stuff coming out in this set. But we just pulled a pendulum full art. That's my full. You guys know I don't like pendulums. And the fusion pendulums really get me, because I don't know why. They just feel more like pendulums because they're so weird. It's like purple and then green. They're just so different. First full art. These are 1 in 3 or 4 boxes, I think. So these are very hard to get in just the Ultra. Now, if this was Starlight pattern over it, that's when we're talking 1 per 2 cases. And then if you were specifically looking for the Odd Eyes of Cray Dragon, nobody's doing that. It'd be 1 in 20 cases. So if you may, let me know in the comments. Are you hunting the Odd Eyes of Cray Dragon? I feel like I'm not even saying this right. Our Cray Dragon. Our Cray. That's how you say. Okay. If you're hunting that, let me know, because that would be funny to find out. You're like, dude, that's my hunt. Stop hating on my card. So back to what I was saying. If they could guarantee me that these like Ultras that I just pulled and the Starlights are going to be the same ratio forever, like they're never going to increase the ratio. They're never going to do what happened to Starlights, which was, oh, they're 1 in 8 cases. Oh, they're 1 in 10 cases. Actually, let's do Battles of Legend Crystal Revenge. Let's make them 1 per case. So it's 1 per, you know, it's 1 per 10 cases for a specific one, but you get them twice as easily, you know, because there's more of them in the set. And then they're like, oh, let's make them, you know, QCR version, which we can then do like 3 or 4 per case. And then after that, we'll do, you know, Mega 10s. There's going to be 1 per pack, you know, or 1 per 10. Then I think they did 1 per pack after that. So slowly diluted the rarity to where it meant nothing. You know, it used to mean, oh my gosh, I just pulled the rarest card or one of the rarest cards in the set, to, oh, yay, it's in every 10. I don't even look at it anymore. Like, it's like, oh, it's kind of pretty, but all right, next, let's see if we can get the best card, you know, the best version of the Starlight. We don't really care about the Starlight ratio. It's the rarity itself. If they could tell me that right now, and they're like, these full arts will always be, you know, 3 per case for the Ultra, and then they will be extremely rare for the Starlight version or whatever. And then we'll have Grandmaster on top of that in the future. And those will be, you know, crazy, crazy rare. If they told me that and they were like, this is what the ratio is and that's what's going to stay, I'd be like, you know what, Konami? That's cool. I'm good with that. Let's go. Even though these are reprints, I don't care. If you're promising me that every time you print this rarity, it's going to be super hard to pull, then I can get behind that. That's cool. That's a good idea. Gives us something to chase, and gives a collector something to collect, because if you want to collect all these high-end cards, it's like, that's going to be a tough collection. You're not going to pull all of them. So they are going to be pretty expensive, but at least, you know, in the future, they're going to be, you know, pretty valuable because they're so hard to get. You know, you can't just get them in, you know, in a tin or whatever. That'd be cool. The problem is I'm not sure that we can count on that to be the case. Now, maybe it is. Maybe they saw the Starlight thing and they were like, yeah, Starlight was a great rarity, and we maybe got over our skis a little bit and started, just printing it and everything. Which, if they thought that, I feel like they maybe wouldn't be putting so many Starlights in these sets, which there are a ton of Starlights in this set. So I feel like that's not how they're feeling, but maybe it is. And they're like, okay, we're going to keep these overframes super rare. I shouldn't say super rare because that's a real rarity. We should keep these overframes very difficult to pull. How about that? Then that would be great. I think that would be awesome for Yu-Gi-Oh! Having a new, I don't even know what to call the overframes, style of card, because it's not a rarity. A new style of card that is very difficult to pull and does really well. There's a Soul Eating Overraptor. That's nice. That could be huge. And then putting in like cool cards that people actually want to pull in those high rarities. I mean, we all saw what happened to Magia. I mean, Magia was very expensive for a long time. It didn't have a lower rarity version, which definitely probably factored in. Definitely probably. Springen's Kit, I really like that one as well with the words. The word cards are, I'm not going to lie, are my favorite cards in this set. I mean, the Dragoon and the Mirror Jade aside, because those Starlight overframes are going to be amazing. I think just the word cards. There are some of them specifically that are so nice. All right, let's take a little aside for the battle, and let's open a Strixhaven pack. I think there's 15 cards per pack. 15 cards. So in here you can get serialized. I think the big card, I had the price guide pulled up. He actually opened another one while I was there. It was the Emeritus of Ideation. Even non-serialized is like crazy expensive, and it's like $160 for the regular. There's multiple versions. There's like the non-holo regular, the holo, then there's the borderless, the not borderless hot. There's a bunch of different ones. Then there's like borderless, but the middle version of the borderless, it's like it doesn't have the edges, but it still has some other. I don't know. I'm trying to figure out magic. Inner Jackson, we have the Follow the Lumerets. Render Speechless. Watch out. Common. Leech Collector. Wait. Is this actual artwork? This looks like a picture of a lady that they just added. Like they took a picture of her and then like drew around it. That's what it looks like. It looks so realistic. Did somebody draw that? That's incredible. Okay. Tom the Observant Sea. I honestly, it's so lifelike. I don't think I like it. Like it looks like somebody just snapped a picture and then drew on the picture. That's crazy. The Observant Sequencer. Practice Scrollsmith. There's some pretty cool like Japanese cards in these too. Yeah, here we go. So these I think are in every pack, or at least all the packs I saw. A Japanese borderless? I don't know. I don't want to try to get the terminology because I don't know all of it, but really cool looking, amazing. And then you have the Knockout Maneuver, which is not borderless. It kind of is. I mean, it doesn't have the borders here, but it has these. So I think there's like an even further version of this. Knockout Maneuver, the Forest. I love the lands. The regular lands look so insane. They look absolutely insane. Moment of Reckoning. Ooh, yeah, we're going to pop up the prices on the screen as well. The most expensive card is that Emeritus. The Ominous Harvest rare. Vicious Rivalry. So these are a bunch of non-holo rares. Deflecting Palm. Look at that art. Wow, that's giving me like Avatar The Last Airbender or something like that. What is this art? Is it Avatar? That's like this, where it's like, oh man, this is good. I like this. Pensive Professor, and then we have the Fungus Beast. Okay, so from what I know, which is very little about Magic, I don't think we pulled anything crazy there. This is gonna be a longer video, as you can tell, because there are a lot of packs. So sit back, relax, grab your popcorn, enjoy the Rarity 5. We may be live today, might be tomorrow, and then of course Saturday. I'm actually looking more forward to Saturday now that I know I don't have to complete the Starlights, because that was going to be awful. I can't do another 20-hour stream. Monster Reborn. Rarity 5 broke me, guys. It did. It just did. It broke me. It killed me. 6,300 packs. Really, the 20-hour stream was like, guys, I'm too old for this. I can't sit in this chair that long. I feel a lot better about completing the set without the Starlight overframes. I think that'll be a lot of fun. There's a Swords Revealing Light. That's beautiful. Beautiful. So that is going to be an absolute blast. Hopefully you guys come out for it. I mean, if we open a few cases, we should get a few of the Starlight overframes. As long as we don't get doubles, that's going to be absolutely rough if we do. And honestly, looking at the pricing, like Dragoon and the Mirror Jade being only $500 on pre-release, which it's probably going to go down, honestly. But with how hard those are to pull, just purely on the pull rate, that seems really low, because like that's half of a case or less. and it's going to take you 20 cases to get it. If those ratios are 100% accurate, that is a price that, I mean, there's just not going to be many of those pulled. Because if you think about the total volume of cases, I mean, 20 cases, if there's 1,000 cases, you get 50 total of those cards in 1,000 cases. Is that right? Because you get 5 and 100, and then yeah, so you get 50 total copies of those cards in 1,000 cases. So there's not going to be a lot of those out there. Like, that is going to be rare. Like, that's Yugioh rarity almost times 3. Yugioh was 1 in 8.33 cases. These are 1 in 20. So if you can imagine when we actually get some overframes that people like really want, these are all reprints. So like, you have another version of Dragoon you can get, but can you imagine when they come out with a brand new, the Dark Magician, you know, whatever, the Dark Magician girl that they got in the OCG, how crazy the prices are going to be with these ratios. Like, they should be like $1,000 cards on those big cards for the overframe Starlight versions, if we keep up that. And then you have to factor in the serialized. The thing is, there just might just be the market cap might not be high enough for these Yugioh cards. So we might just be able to buy them. I mean, unless somebody comes in and intentionally buys them out, which it wouldn't shock me. That just happens a lot in trading card games. But there just isn't enough money to buy all of those overframes at that price and stuff. So it might actually end up being like they're $300 cards, $400 cards, and it just, we're getting extremely rare cards for a pretty good price, which is like $300 is a good price. It kind of is when the cards are that hard to pull. So I don't know. It's going to be interesting to figure out and see how that plays out price wise. Yeah, it's making me excited, to be honest. So I'm more excited for the future ones because, you know, the reprints aren't really exciting me as much. I mean, I'm excited about the cards that I like, which is the Dragoon and the Mirror Jade. But a lot of them are like, you know, the Pendulum card. It's like, if I get that in Starlight, I'll be like, okay, could have been Dragoon, you know. It's like, that's probably how I'm going to feel about that. All right, the Spellbook Seeker, Terramorphic Expansion, Glorious Decay. I think the serials have a specific look to them in Magic. Muse Seeker, Rabbit Attack, the Inkshape Demonstrator. Ooh, nice. And there is that, dude, these are some of the best looking cards. Like, no foil or anything, just clean, super clean. Oh, there's another one. So there's 2 of these. I think this was pulled in one of his packs when I was watching him. That's pretty cool. Mountains. This is a land. The lands are honestly my favorite. They're just so good. Stormcarved Coast, Gorma the Gullet. Yep, that's a gullet. Petrified Hamlet. Oh no, Hamlet. Little town. It looks like it's in a video game. Ruxin Special. Oh, another one of these Japanese cards. That's cool. We got, is he looking for Jerry? It's Tom and Jerry over here. Tom and Jerry's version, Japanese version. We have the rare traumatic critique. There we go. And then a token elemental. Cool. So, beautiful looking cards. I will say Magic has some really nice looking cards. Really nice. Even if I don't 100% know what I'm looking for. But the extended art, I think, is one of the we call in Yu-Gi-Oh, we call the overframes extended art too. So interesting. They're gonna hopefully not gonna sue us again like Magic Ruler. And by us I mean Konami. I'm definitely not affiliated. Let's just keep going. All right, Rarity Collection 5. Keep it rolling, guys. I actually think today I already posted one of my shorts, but I'm gonna have a few shorts about the set. One's like, Bedominus Purge is a great card, so that's a good pull. About like, how does the set work? You know, like which cards are you getting where? You know, I'm going to do one for all the rarities, which is going to help a lot of you guys, hopefully, because I've been getting that question a lot, like, how do I tell the difference between these rarities? I'll do one of those. I'm going to do one about just purely how rare these Starlight overframes are, which I've been talking about this whole time, but we're going to do a little short about that at some point. Because honestly, like, these are I think these are the rarest cards in Yu-Gi-Oh history, besides the rarest English cards, actually, because we never had serials. We've never had a card that's 1 in 20 case ratio. Okay. Blue Eyes White Dragon. Guess who just ran out of sleeves and only has team bags? I'm going to have to go find some sleeves. Blue Eyes White Dragon. Centering is slightly that way, but barely. But everybody's getting so strict on centering now. You just never know. Everybody's so strict on centering, except ARS, because they don't grade centering. Wow, that is a beautiful card. Okay, let's open more Secrets of Strixhaven. Wow, Rarity 5 is out, baby. Just a lot to be excited about in Yu-Gi-Oh right now. Just a lot to be excited about. Even though I've been a little bit not as excited about Rarity 5, just not like, you know, I'm not at 10 out of 10 excited. That's kind of where I am. I probably sound negative sometimes, but that's just because I'm in the middle, you know? But I think these future sets and the way they're setting this up with the rarity of overframes, I was looking at it from like this set specifically. I wasn't loving how rare they were because I'm like, these are reprints. But if you look at it as they're going to hold this ratio for these crazy new cards for the overframes, it's going to be pretty awesome. Like having a chase, you know, like something real crazy that if you pull one, you just lose your mind. So I hope Konami will keep that ratio up. I don't necessarily have faith they're going to, but it would be amazing. There's a Stargaze and a Shared Roots. Island, I mean, these are just the best. Silver Quill the Disputant. Durger Focus Mage. Pincer Professor. Another nice Japanese card. I love those. Those are some of my favorites. Those in the lands. Sorcery. Ooh, wow. That's a cool token. No text on it. I like that. That is amazing. That is really beautiful. So here's the score, by the way. Also, I forgot to mention, this is pre-release of both of these, actually, I think. So normally we have one pre-sale versus a non-pre-sale, but because it's two different games, they're both in pre-sale and coming out this week. So the numbers are going to be completely fair. They're both going to be inflated. I'm assuming Magic works the same way as Yu-Gi-Oh, where early on the pre-sales just go for really high and then a lot of them come down. It's kind of crazy because we have 8 times the amount of packs here, but these are the collector boosters. So it costs extra. You got to pay up. Oh, I didn't do my pack trick there. Psyframe Driver, and then a collector rare. Nice. I'm keeping these piles very organized for Frontline. Shout out to Frontline. If you do like this Rarity 5 set, make sure you check out Sassyotto's link down below. Get 5% off your order. There's a Clockwork Knight Starlight rare, and you guys can get some Rarity 5 as well. And make sure you check out the Whatnot stream. I'm still waiting to hear about the basketball men's league playoffs. That's kind of what's holding me back right now, because they changed our schedule. It went from we had the playoffs this week or next week to this week all of a sudden. And I don't even know what days we play. It might be Thursday. I think it'll be Thursday, not Friday. So I think Friday should be open to do Whatnot. But if I play super late, I might do Thursday. I'm not really sure yet. So we'll see. And that's if we win on Tuesday, which today is Tuesday, FYI for you guys. A little bit of a peek behind the curtain. So yeah, but this doesn't get posted till Thursday. So yeah, I don't actually know my schedule yet. So I will find out very soon, and if we win, etc., etc., etc. But I just got to be prepared. So after I know that, I'll be able to kind of make firm plans to make sure we get our streams done. Now I'm getting more excited about this Rarity 5 stream now. I'm getting more excited. For a while, I was kind of like, oh, I'm not really excited. It's going to be a long, long, long opening, and sometimes those are brutal. They're usually fun for about 6 to 8 hours, and 10 hours even. Once you get to those double-digit hours, it is rough. And then sometimes you get a second win, and it's okay for a while, and then you're like, oh, I'm miserable. And you're like, maybe it's not too bad. And then you're like, no, it's bad. Spirit Mascot. We have Poet, Stone Descent, Scathing Shadowlock. We have Strixhaven Sky Coach, Killian's Confidence, Ruxin Special, Japanese, awesome-looking card. Stargaze. That is a beautiful-looking card. I love that. Swamp, Basic Land. Applied Geometry, activate. Spirit of Resilience, a Vastland Scavenger, and then we have a rare Prismatic Ending. Ending of Prismatic Secret Rares? Whoa, crazy. Birdo Wise, Polator, and then a Pest. Ew. Ew. A Pest and a Saproling. Cool. 2 different tokens. I don't want a Pest, though. Only Pest I want are the Rattling Guns. All right, run from the back. Let's go. Dude, I'm telling you, these cards have jumped up so high on my list. These are by far my favorite cards. I mean, look at that. The Starlight with the shiny, like, Starlight-y color background with the word. Man, they have jumped up so high on my list. Man, I just love them so much. If you go back and watch the Ruxin live videos from a few months ago, I was making fun of them. I was like, these are stupid. They're lame. And look, I was wrong, dude. These are fun. I like them. I know other people haven't bought into them yet, but I think when you see them in person. And by the way, I haven't noticed anything yet besides the collector being a little weird. The quality control From what I'm seeing, I don't want to speak too soon, knowing, knowing quality control from what we've seen in the past for Yugioh, seems pretty good. Now, is it going to be Japanese, pristine Gem Mint 10 every single time? Probably not, but from what I'm seeing, these cards are nice. I mean, they look really great. I mean, check that out. I haven't noticed any quarter dings. There are some print lines, so there is that, but that really only affects people grading, to be honest, and it's not like the biggest deal. It'd be nice if they weren't there, but if the average person gets it and doesn't care, then I think that is, you want to fix it and make sure it doesn't happen the next time, but it is not really that big of a deal. Chaos Angel. Oh, Chaos Angel would be a good overframe. I'd be down for that. Arios. This is definitely going to be a longer video. Tomorrow we are going to do a case opening because I figured this is the kind of set we kind of need to do a case opening. Sometimes I don't do the case openings anymore. I don't do them for every single set anymore, which now that there's overframes, I'm like, maybe I should, because these overframes are going to be lit. So maybe that we will go back to doing that, but I'm definitely going to do it for this set because there's such, just a lot to pull, and it's a nice set, and it's a big set at least. Oh, wait, time out. Wait, let's look at this one. Japanese. We have there's a star next to it. That seems good. It has texture. It's like etched. I think this would be called etched. I gotta look this one up. That is a sweet looking card. Let's see what it's called. Okay, I can't even find a way to find these because I don't think all of the different things are up on TCGPlayer yet. So I don't know exactly like pricing or just how rare this is, but I can tell you this is a special card. That is a really, really nice looking card. I'm gonna get that thing sleeved ASAP. Okay, that is a pretty cool pull. Seems like our most unique pull. It's only an uncommon, so I'd imagine unless it's a really powerful card, this won't be like $1 billion, but that's a pretty awesome looking card. So I'd say that's number one for our magic pulls so far. Let's check out the rest. There's the land. Great Hall, Ceaseless Conflict, Ruxin Special, Witherbloom the Balancer. Oh, that's cool. That's cool. Now that looks like borderless. That's not extended art. So I think borderless is where there's no borders. Wow, I figured this out. I'm really smart. I can't believe this. Extended art is where it's just kind of like zoomed in, kind of like they do with Yu-Gi-Oh! In Rarity 5. So we got a borderless card and the etched card in the same pack, which this is technically also borderless, I think. 2 borderless cards in one pack? That seems insane. And the problem is they're both Japanese, so I can't figure out which one they are. I'm trying to use the number. It's not working. Okay, I am stumped by these. The numbers don't correlate to the set list, so I'm wondering if it's because they're Japanese, they get their own like special set, and they're somewhere around there. I can't figure out where they are, but these are 2 borderless. This one's etched, this one's not. So I'd imagine this one's better, but this is a rare, so maybe not. These are both good pulls in the same pack. So we're kind of cooking right there. That took me forever to figure out nothing. So if you're a magic person, give me the info. He was kind of telling me about it while he was opening the other one. And I'm like, when you're starting from 0, it's hard to really understand everything. I'm like, okay, yeah, all right. Yeah. So I don't know exactly what we pulled, but seems like nice cards. I will say that. They're definitely good rarity. Borderless is awesome. And then that, look at that Aqua Dolphin, dude. Look at that Aqua, dude. These would make some good graded cards. These are nice. I like them. And it doesn't help that we're in pre-release. So a lot of times they don't have everything listed on TCGPlayer yet. So that's a lot of time that's part of it. And of course I'm pulling all these cards in Japanese. I can't pull the English one. I could just type the name in. I guess I could, take my phone and scan it and translate it. Problem is I'm using my phone to record. So that makes it harder. All right, here we go. Let's get the next Strixhaven pack, which it seems like we're cooking a little bit on. Masterful Flourish, Vanishing Betrayal, Archaic, Social Snob Ruxin Special. Those are Repel Calamity. I like that. These are extended art, I guess, because they have all of this on there. Wait, what? Are these extended art? I keep second guessing myself on what the difference between extended art and borderless is. That's borderless. I gotta back up. Borderless versus extended art. Yeah, okay. They just don't have, if they don't have the part that you use to look at centering, that's borderless. Everything else seems to be the same. But it honestly looks way better without that. So, yeah, I guess it is a big difference. Return the Favor. Hollow. We have Island. Joined Researchers. Umbral Expense. So this would be an extended art because there is a border. Same thing with that one, Molten Core. Ruxin Special, double Molten Core, and then look at this. So this is borderless. They might all be borderless in the Japanese. Mythic, though. Ooh, the clown, Soggy the Dark Clown. Very nice Mythic, and then a Molten Core with the Fractal. Tri-Brigade Fractal. All right, very fun to open. I need to learn more about Magic. Every time I'm like, dude, Magic is just cool. Like, I like it. I just never have time, you know? Just never have time. IP Masquerade, that would be a big one. That would be a big one in Starlight Rare. They're all kind of big. Well, the overframes definitely are. I doubt we're getting a second overframe because we've already talked about the ratios, but you never know because these are just from a sealed case. We could have gotten the right ones. There's the blue eyes. I really want the Starlight blue eyes for myself. That thing looks real good. It's SDK art. It's got the cool words. I think the words are tasteful on it, like the placing of them, because sometimes they're not. They kind of cover up the artwork, and it's just not very good. Now, I think Konami could have gone really crazy if they had done like alternate arts with the words and then done the zoom ins and stuff like that. You know, just got them a local, you know, just done something a little different to go with the zoom in part. I mean, you're zooming in on a new artwork, so it's like, is it really a zoom in or is it just new artwork? Yeah, I think that's fine. Those could have cooked pretty hard, and I think these already cook. So in the future, they have that option to do these style like close-up cards with the new artwork and with the words and with this really pretty shiny silvery background that I like because it's simple and it really accentuates the artwork, which is really good. I think that's a really good thing to accentuate the artwork. And it's even better when it's a new artwork. When it's an old artwork, we've seen a lot. It's like you don't really need to accentuate it as much. But when it's, you know, a new artwork, it's going to go real crazy. So I'm excited for that in the future. MZD. No! Still haven't gotten the Starlight of that. It's a cool cross-out designator. How many packs I got left of Magic? I think we've got like... We still have half the packs left. We only opened half. Because there were 12 total packs. So let's see what is going to be inside this next pack. Man, these are like stuffed in there. It's great. Like, look, it literally bent that one. It's crazy how packed in they are. Wander Off. We have Quick Study. Mage Tower Referee. Luluin, Exchange Student. Eternal Student. We have 2 students in a row. Loreholm Charm. Disdainful Stroke. Very cool. That is a borderless card. I'm going to look that one up because it's in English. Or maybe this one. Requisition Weight. They're both uncommon, so they're not going to be crazy, but I kind of want to see what they're valued at. Hard Academic. Pet Rescuer. Post-Mortem Professor, Ruxin Special, Pongify, and Prismari the Inspiration. Very nice. And then, wow, that is a pretty card. Unfortunately, look at that. From being in that stuffed up pack. Sadly got dinged. Really cool looking card right there. Mythic. I wonder what that goes for with the borderless. So there's a borderless. Isn't there a borderless holo and non-holo? This might be the non-holo's $35. So this is actually a really good card. It's really nice. There's probably a holo, might go for a little bit more as well. So that's kind of a banger. I honestly, it should be a lot of value pulled in these 2 openings because they're both pre-release. So we're probably going to have a pretty high scoring affair. Okay, Dark Magician Girl. That's going to be worth something even in Ultra because it's Dark Magician Girl. Okay. Soloing Over Raptor. Yummy. Branded. Punk Jam Dragon Drive with the words Starlight Rare. Very nice. A lot of packs got. This is going to end up being like an hour-long opening. I mean, I did have a lot of pausing of me trying to figure out the Magic cards, so maybe not an hour, but Blue Eyes White Dragon. We've gotten 2 Ultras and the secret rare of that. That's pretty good. All right, I'm not doing pack trick anymore because we do have a long way to go. There's the Swords, Diviner the Herald, Ultimate Rare, and Barrel Dragon. Ether Barrel Dragon. We've got the Ghost Bell and Haunted Mansion. Let's do another Strixhaven pack opening. 5 packs left. Really nice looking cards. Really nice looking cards. Stadium, Tidal Mage. We have the Ulna, Fractal Mascot, Soaring, Into the Hunt, Abstract, Sleight of Hand. We've seen that one before, I think. No, it wasn't Sleight of Hand. It was a different card that kind of looks similar. Shared Roots, Plains. We have Wild Growth, Immortal Bargain, Practiced Offense, and whoa! Ruxin Special right into the etched card. Whoa, okay, time out. Let's put these away and let's check this one out. And of course, it's Japanese, so I cannot figure out what it is. Wow, that is beautiful. It's a creepy hand holding a woman who's sleeping. Wow. Has the star next to it. I think that's a good sign. Whoa, that is a beautiful card. Values will pop up on the screen. So, you know, if it's like 500 bucks, just pretend I reacted really loud. But, wait, was that a rare? That's a rare etched borderless card. So that might be our best pull yet. That has some potential there, especially if it's a good card. You know, it's just going to go absolutely nuts. So I feel like we're pulling fire out of these. And the good thing is when you do spend 400, you do get a lot of value cards. Now, you're not going to necessarily make $400 back. Look at that. What is that? Oh, it came off. Interesting. There was a little thing on there. All right, IP Masquerena. Urgent Schedule, Collector and Fenrir. A little too late for Fenrir, but there he is. Woo! Okay, turned into a long video. So if you like long videos, guys, enjoy it. Have fun. Leave me a comment down below. If you made it this far into the video, comment down below. Magic Rux equals Rarity Rux. And leave that comment down below. If you see that comment, you know that a fellow true fan was watching all the way to this point in the video, because we are going to be very far into the video. So true fans, make that comment down below in the comments. Let's see what we can get next. Can we get more etched cards? Can we get can we get a, what's it called? Serialized card. There we go. Golly, there's too many names now. Overframe, full art, extended art, serial card, etched card. I can't keep up. We have Swamp. Quandrix, Coercive Imperitance, Wild Growth, Deflecting Palm. We've seen that one. Wait, did we get the Japanese? I don't think we got a Japanese card in there. And then we got the cool token. I didn't see one. I thought they were one per pack, but that might have been our first one without getting one. Okay, compulsory evacuation device. I do like the compulse, actually. It's kind of fire. I like how it's behind the artwork. Look at that print line on that. The only quality control I've noticed is print lines. There's quality control print lines that are not good. Let me know your thoughts down below. There are third Blue Eyes White Dragon. We now have 4, just like in the anime. We have the Starlight, and then we have, I guess Grandpa's is the Starlight, and then the 3 Ultras. He ripped the Starlight. It's crazy. Ooh, Infernity Launcher. Infernity Launcher. Interesting choice. Infernity fans will like that. It's a nice Starlight. All right, Strixhaven, 3 packs left. I just ripped the pack. Okay. 3 packs left. What else can we pull? By the way, I should mention, we do have consignment available on Ruxin34.com. I've been selling a ton of stuff on there, and there's a couple of really big collections coming through. We're going to have stuff available on Ruxin34.com. So if you're a consigner who sends stuff in to be consigned, I still don't know. Somebody tell me, am I the consigner, or is the person who sends it the consigner? Am I the consignee, or are they the consignee? Let me know the correct terminology so I can actually say it correctly from now on. Let me know that. And also, I lost my train of thought because I was talking about consigner. 2 big collections coming in. Yeah, so whether you're the person who wants to send your stuff to be consigned, or if you want to buy stuff that's being consigned, keep it on Ruxin34.com. There's all that stuff available over there. Okay, Living History. There we go. We got ourselves more Japanese cards. Beautiful looking card. Oh, man, that artwork's crazy. Dang, it's good. It is so good. Oh, I just knocked over a bunch of Yu-Gi-Oh cards. Don't worry, I got them. Just the ultra rares, nothing to worry about. Okay, Mountain. I felt like 2 cards there. Scorched Geyser, Dreamroot Cascade. I love green, so this is a really nice looking card. And then speaking of green, that is also a really nice looking card. Borderless, and then the Dreamroot again. Wow, that was like a green explosion right there. I love that. Okay. Okay, I'm interested to see how accurate I was on like the more valuable Magic cards, to see if I'm completely off base, or if, you know, I mean, they give you some hints, so I'm hoping I'm following the hints correctly on what's actually good, but it's impossible to know if a card is, you know, 20 grand, or if it's like a 20, well, I think I would know if it's cereal, 20 grand card, unless I just somehow missed that it's a cereal, which would be hilarious. I pull a cereal and don't even react, like, hello? That would be kind of a sad missed opportunity. Okay, we have a number 104 Ultimate Rare. 2 packs left in Strixhaven, and about, oh, Ghost Bell. Nice looking card. I just love those Starlights. They're a little warped, though, coming out of the pack. Some of those Starlights. Kind of interesting. They are a little warped, so that could be a little quality control, but it's not really that bad. Seize the spoils. Seize him! Tablet. Oh, another one. Another one. We have the Royal Treatment. Is this a rare? It's an uncommon. Oh my gosh! What are these rabbits doing? That is low-key creepy. That is creepy. And these feel so good. Oh my gosh. It's amazing. It's an uncommon, so I'm guessing this probably isn't too crazy, but The 3 rabbits. It's not like the 3 bears. It's the 3 rabbits. Okay, planes. The subterranean terrors, not terrors. And steal the show. Okay, another etched card. So you get, what is that, our 3rd or 4th etched card? So those are not like incredibly rare, I guess. But you do have to buy a $400 box, which to get a couple of them. So that is pretty rare. Stand-up Centurion. Look, more of this. So another thing where there's just little things sticking to the cards right out of the pack that were inside the pack, I guess. That's kind of weird. It's like gluey kind of sticky stuff. Eldritch and then Sprite Jet. Sprites. You remember when sprites were massive, guys? You guys remember that? It's kind of crazy. I'm sure you guys do if you've been around for a bit. Some of you guys are new joining in because of the full art, so you might not remember that. So shout out to you guys for hopping into Yu-Gi-Oh! Hopefully you guys have been having fun. Overall, I think after recording this video, I'm actually feeling more excited about Rarity 5 and the future of packs. Mostly the future of packs, but honestly, you know, I feel like this is how I do it. Even when I'm like down on stuff, a lot of times I can be convinced during an opening. Because these have been fun to open. I really like these worded cards. They're fun. Now, the question is who's winning the battle? Is it Yu-Gi-Oh! Or Pokemon? I don't know. Pokemon. Or Magic. Sorry, Magic. I didn't mean to call you Pokemon. That was probably a big insult if you're a Magic fan. You're like, hey, we've been around longer, buddy. Pokemon showed up there. They were after us, buddy. 6 years later. Armor attire. I will say that the links look really good in Starlight. They look really good in Starlight. Even if you're not a Link fan. Raigeki, nice. And the new worded card. Do they have a word for the word cards? Like a name for the worded cards? Because it'd be nice to not call them the word cards every time. I think that just sounds kind of dumb. A Stellar of the White Forest. Rhyme's going to enjoy that one. I think Rhyme does like those word cards as well. So we'll save this for last because Strixhaven probably has the biggest chance at a really expensive card. You know, it's a serialized card or whatever. All right, cool. So there was our Rarity 5. Honestly, pretty good. We got our first overframe. It wasn't the one I would have chosen, so it's good to get that one out of the way. Hopefully not pull that like 5 times or something, because you know that's what I would do. Last pack of this Magic set. That is a cool-looking zombie. It's like a, you know, the Walking Dead action. If you've enjoyed this video, make sure to subscribe if you want to see more Magic openings where maybe I know a little bit more next time, because, you know, I have done a little research besides what he told me at the shop. Let me know. Maybe we can pull that off. Bulk up. Gonna add +1 attack, +1 defense. Watch out. He's trying to sweep. Cool Japanese borderless card. I love these artworks, dude. They just look so good. They have a great vibe to them. Exhibition Tide Caller. Wait. What was the good card again? What was the big card? It was something like this. No, Emeritus of Ideation. Never mind. We have not pulled one of those. Form Filibuster. Emeritus of Conflict. Pongify. Are they playing Pong? And then we have Scheming Silver Tongue with a snake. Perfect. Right next to the Silver Tongue. Honestly, I feel like we did pretty good with Magic. We didn't pull any of the Emeritus, though, which I think would have been the dead giveaway that we did great. Here is the final score. Rarity 5 honestly felt pretty good as well. It'd be nice to get a little bit better overframe, but we're going to have a case opening tomorrow to attempt to do that and get Dragoon and Mirror Jade. And then we have Whatnot, I think tonight. I'm gonna say tonight, and then if it's not tonight, you'll check Whatnot and it'll say tomorrow. So just assume tonight, probably 4 p.m. Central, somewhere around there. And then our big stream Saturday, completing the entire set, minus the Starlight overframes, because they're too hard. But everything else will complete live on YouTube. I can't wait to see you guys there. It's gonna be a lot of fun. Thanks for watching this longer Thursday video. I didn't plan for it to be this long. It just turned into a lot of fun. I had a lot to talk about. And check out some other videos on your way out and Ruxin34.com to consign and buy consignments. See you guys later. Shout out to Brandon Cheney, Adams, Ghost King TCG, Ronald Apple. Oh, and Archlord Christia First Edition! Beeman Trading, Gilded Cowboy, Ian Musa, Junior Barding. Oh my goodness! Changalang, Crypto Poppy Mike, and Dr. Bob. Thank you guys for supporting the channel. I'll see you guys next time. The Blue Eyes White Dragon has been